Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Straight Talk for Energy Healers. My name is Rainey Aurora. I am an energy healer. I am the creator of the healing modality called the accelerated release technique. So what that is I work with the subconscious. I help people figure out the issues that they're facing in their lives and get to the emotional baggage that's underneath it and resolve it, release it, and let it go so that they can move forward and live the lives that they are really truly meant to and deserve to live. I also I'm the author of a book, my baby here, my book, The Energy Healing Bible. And finally, I am here on a mission. My purpose here is to help other energy healers like yourselves to be able to live the life that you deserve to live, to live your life's purpose. That is to help as many people as you possibly can, to share your gifts with the world, and to do that without being broke. Because let's face it, we get it that energy healers do not have the cachet that they really truly deserve. I know you work miracles. I know you do extraordinary things. I have seen them. And you deserve to be able to work your magic to create those amazing changes in the world, and to be able to be, well, let's face it, compensated accordingly. So you should be able to live comfortably while sharing your gifts. And so normally I bring on a guest, somebody to share some tidbits, somebody to share some advice, to be able to assist you in becoming successful. And as much as I love doing that, occasionally I want to show you how I might be able to help you become successful too. So today I'm going to do a little demonstration of my healing modality, of the accelerated release technique. I want to share with you how it can be another tool for your arsenal. Because energy healers, I know you're always learning, you're always expanding, you're always finding better, faster, more amazing ways to get deeper and affect the changes that you're looking for. And personally, I'm not going to toot my own horn or anything, or maybe I am. I love ART, and I really want to take every opportunity I can to share it with you. So today, that's what we're doing, and I've got an awesome volunteer who's going to help me share with you. His name's Nevron Adams. And Never and I met a while ago. I do a workshop, a 5-day workshop, to share the basics, the very basics of ART. And he participated in that, so we've been in touch. And so today, I actually want to share with you how the stuff that I teach in this course. It's a free course, by the way. How that works. So I'm not showing you the full-on ART today. I'm going to show you the stuff that I give away for free. And hopefully you'll find that itself is pretty powerful, and maybe you'll consider trying it for yourself. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Nevron, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, remind me where you're coming from.
I'm in Cape Town, South Africa. Hey, one of the most amazing places in the world. Come on.
Really? I would totally.
Well, it is a beautiful place. Yeah.
Yeah. It just, I am just gobsmacked at the fact that, love it or hate it, social media, all that kind of stuff, but it really does bring people together from all around the world.
So, yeah, it is. Amazing.
Extraordinary.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
All right. So are you ready? Are you ready to be my demo subject, guinea pig, however you want to frame it?
Absolutely. Whatever's going to create results and make a difference, I'm ready for it.
Awesome. Okay.
Come on.
So this is, like I said, this is what I trained in my course, and Nevron is willing to allow me to share that with you. So what I showed in the course, beyond working with a pendulum, that's in there too, is how to shift a pattern. So what is a pattern? A pattern is basically something we're looking for an event, something from Nevron's past, which his subconscious is wanting him to resolve. So a pattern is when the key emotions from that original life event repeat themselves over and over, kind of like it's telling him, hey, Nevron, do you remember when you felt like this before? It's trying to create this sense of deja vu. So we're going to find a life event and heal the life event. But first, I want to find out what the pattern is. What kind of havoc is this wreaking in your life right now, so that we can help you connect some dots and make some sense? Because the subconscious, it wants you to connect the dots. It wants you to get some aha moments. It's trying to send you a message, and it's not going to rest until you get it. So first I'm just going to connect. So is it safe for me to connect with you? Do I have clarity? Any interferences at all? We're good to go. Normally, because I'm connecting with him, I had to ask a couple of other little questions, but I think we're good on that. So we're connected. I'm not really worried. Okay, so I'd asked for a pattern, something that we can do using this modality. And basically, as I'm saying all this stuff, I'm talking to his subconscious, and I am giving it instructions for exactly what I'm looking for. So we're looking for a life event that has created a pattern in your life, and it's going to be easy for us to understand with the tools that I've provided. All right, so is there a pattern? Yes. Do I have clarity to figure out? Okay, clarity. Can we, guardian angels, can you give us some clarity, please? Do we have some clarity now? Okay, brilliant. How many clues are going to help us figure out the life event? One clue. No, sorry, not life event. Pattern. Two clues. Two clues for this pattern. Any of them in column A? Nope. Column B? Nope. Column C? Yes. 1 through 10. 1 through 5, 6, 7. 7. Clarity on A or C7. Okay, so let me see what C7 is. Again, these resources, you will get them. You will get everything. C7. All right, I've got the emotion of inadequate to start. And give me a second. I heard that there was 2, so let's find the second one. It is that in column C. No, in column D. Yes, in 1 through 10. No, in 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31, 32, D32. Is D32? We got some clarity on that one. Brilliant. D32, D32. Oh, okay. That is self-deception. That, I think this fits into something we were talking about just before we started this call. All right, so inadequate and self-deception. I think we should be able to figure it out with that. But because it's a pattern, it's probably not just in one place. If your subconscious wants you to is like trying to beat you over the head to get your attention, it's usually more than one place. So how many places is it? Is it in 1, 2, 3? This is in 3 areas of your life. This feeling of inadequate and self-deception. And I'm gonna sort of play around. Let's see if I can figure out the 3 areas. Is it with work? Yeah, so work or career. Family? Sure. No. Friends? Yes. So something with friends is what I'm getting. And so work, friends, self. Yourself. So specifically yourself, like how you see yourself or something like that. So let me just write that down, because otherwise I lose track of these things. So work, sure, friends, and self. And so I'm going to ask you to expand on and tell me if that makes, I know, because we were talking about work, inadequate self-deception. Yeah. I kind of know where we're going there. Tell me, does it fit when you think about yourself and friends? And friends can be one friend or like friends in general, but just all I've got is the word friends.
Sure. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Perfect. I can resonate with that.
Perfect. So what I need you to do now is explain to me, because so right now I need a baseline. And this is why I so appreciate it when somebody's willing to volunteer, because we're just exposing stuff. And sure. we can't do it without being willing and open to share,
Sure.
yep, this is what's going on, and be willing to shift it. Because at the end, it's going to be better,
Sure.
and that's our plan. So, so let's start with work. So when you talk about work, inadequate and self-deception, how do those two emotions or concepts fit together for you?
Yeah. When it comes to inadequate, it's like, do I ever feel that I'm, good enough at what I'm doing? Or yeah, it's like I always be questioning myself.
Yes.
Am I good enough? Am I great? Even if I am good at it, I would still question it. I would still
Right. And
sort of deny myself the credibility.
that's the self-deception
Yeah,
part. It's like, I know I'm good
yeah,
at it, but I keep self-sabotaging. I keep lying to myself. I keep questioning myself, even though on
yeah,
some level you know what the truth is, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's with work. Not sure you're good enough. What about friends? Is
Yeah, I
everyone
think
friend?
with friends, it's like, am I the person that they need? Am I all that I need to be? Am I all that God created me to be? Even though I know that within me, but when I'm most probably in kind of situations and circumstances around people, then there is that sense of inadequacy and insufficiency. That do I
Yep.
really have all of this stuff?
Same thing.
Um,
Basically the same
yeah,
thing. Same thing as when you're
yeah,
thinking about work. All right. And how about when you think about yourself, like as a person, because there's something here about
yeah.
self.
I think the thing there for me, it's more about being in alignment, being compromising my values, my primary values in a sense. And
Mhm.
am I truly living who I am, in essence?
Yep.
Who,
Am I being who
and this is, yeah, I think this is where I'm in default.
Yeah.
Because I'm really not ultimately living who I am, because I know that I'm far greater than what's happening in my life. And a lot of what's happening in my life, it's self-created, but
Right.
it's not. I'm not happy with it, because
Right.
it's not ultimately my vision and my dream and my purpose and all of those things put together in terms of what's really happening presently in my life. It's not the result of that vision. It's not the result of that anticipation of that dream within me. So
Mhm.
there's certainly conflict, when it comes to that.
Yeah. Okay. And this is absolutely a pattern. Like we can see it's the same feelings over and over again, just applied
Yeah,
to different people, right? So,
yeah,
um,
yeah. True, true, true,
all
true.
right. So now here's the trickiest part. Um, Underneath all of those scenarios, there's one belief, and it's that pattern didn't just sorry, the life event that we're going to find didn't just create the pattern of emotions over and over again, that inadequate
Hmm.
self-deception feeling over and over. It created a belief, a phrase,
Sure,
one bit of self-sabotaging talk that is repeating in your mind. That is what has been following you around. Now, if you
sure.
know the law of attraction, that belief became anchored into your subconscious. So with the law of attraction, whatever you believe is what you broadcast to the universe. So if this belief is now like it's anchored, it's stuck, it is on permanent broadcast to the universe is seeing it and it's saying, "Oh, that's what you believe? I can give you more reasons to believe that. I'll give you this event and this event, and this is also going to make you believe that." And so that's what's happening. You are creating these events because of the belief that you've got stuck. So the first thing we have to do is find out what is the belief. What is that key phrase? Now I'm gonna give you some guidelines here. Basically, everything in the world should be as easy as saying the words "the sky is blue" or "the sky is pink." True phrase, false phrase, it
Sure.
shouldn't be any difference because it's words, right? It's just words. But there's sometimes when we say something, the words come out and they are just laced with emotions. They can make us want to cry. They can, like, we say it and we can feel this weight on our chest. Or when we say it, we get angry because it's so true. But it's not light and easy, like saying, oh, the sky's pink, right? There's energy
Sure.
in the words. When there's energy in the words, that is significant. That is your subconscious communicating with you. It is saying that, Nevron, here's a phrase, here's a belief that consciously you want nothing to do with. You don't want to believe it at all. But subconsciously, it's in the programming. So you do actually believe it. So then when the words come out of your mouth, there's this disconnect between what you consciously want and what you subconsciously actually believe. So then when the words come out, it's like, yeah, what is up with that? And it'll feel disgusting. All right. That's the phrase we're
Sure.
looking for. Something that just feels wrong. Now, I'm going to go based on stuff that you've already said, and let's see if those words evoke some emotion. So the very, very first thing you said when we talked about work was, am I good enough? So how does that phrase feel when you say it? Is there emotion in there? Because if there's not, we gotta work on one of these other ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion in there because it goes way back. It goes way back. I remember, um,
Okay, you know what? We're not ready
you
to go
know,
way back yet. Right
okay,
now, all we're gonna do is find out if that is the phrase. So if you, when you're thinking
I'm not,
about and you're
yeah,
thinking about
sure,
your career, you're like, am I good enough? Am I good enough to make to launch and just set the world on
yeah,
fire? And then when you think about your friends, you said, am I all that I need to be? Which is kind of another way of saying, am I good enough? Am I good enough for them?
exactly,
And then
exactly.
yourself, am I living who I'm supposed to be? Am I good enough for me?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
Am I living up to my values? So that phrase, you see how that, like, from my perspective, it fits perfectly. But is that the
sure,
that's the one that you say it and it feels like, am I don't know. I'm not sure.
yeah,
That's the one?
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's go with that one. Yeah,
we're gonna go with that one, and I'm gonna
yeah,
just your subconscious, and I'm getting, yeah, that's a good one. That's the one. Now, this is the part where it's a little more fun because, like I said, law of attraction. Right now, you've got this phrase broadcasting to the universe. What would you rather be broadcasting instead? Because we want to neutralize the phrase. We want to get rid of it. We want it to mean absolutely nothing at all. But what are you going to replace it with?
I am more than enough. I'm more
Okay,
than capable. I'm
more
more than
than
that.
enough. I mean, is that the biggest thing you want? Because here's the thing. So again,
No,
I'm looking for the phrase. Okay, have you ever done affirmations? Right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
right? The idea is, and it's the same kind of disconnect. I'm looking for the thing, the phrase that consciously you really, 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 really wish you could say and believe. Oh, but subconsciously, it is so far away from the truth, feels like a lie. And that's what you do when you're doing affirmation, right? You find the thing that you want to believe and that's hard to say, and you try and convince yourself that it's true. I want the biggest lie, like the absolute biggest lie. So I am more than good enough. Yeah, that could work. I am the best. I am amazing. I am awesome. To me, those are just a little step higher. But that's, I mean, I've had other people, like I've had people say that, yeah, no, I don't need to be amazing. I just want to be more than good enough. What
yeah,
would you like to say and believe? I just want to open your mind a little bit, because if we're going to reprogram your subconscious to
yeah.
anything we want, why limit yourself? What would you like? I'm
That's
more than good
yeah.
enough. I am awesome. I am amazing. I am the best. What's the one? What's the one that's hardest to believe? The most disgusting one to say because it feels just so ridiculous.
Gee, I am just so damn good. I'm all that God created me to be.
All right. I like that. I am all that God created me to be. So my
Yeah,
little sister, her phrase is, "I am all that in a bag of chips."
yeah,
She
yeah.
says that all
Uh,
the time. So I am all that
abs-
God created me to be. That's the one. That's
absolutely,
okay. So when you
absolutely.
say that right now, I got to make sure that when you say it right now, you don't totally believe it, right? You say
No,
it right
no, that's it.
now. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's the one. I'm going to verify.
that's
Yep.
it.
I'm all that God created me to be. I love it. That's even better than anything I came up with.
Hey, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so now that we know what we have, where we want to go, and what the pattern is, we're going to start finding the root of it. So, all right. So this pattern has a life event at the root, and your subconscious is going to let us know what it is. So now let's find the life event. To do that, we need clues again. So 1 clue,
Sure.
2 clues, 3 clues. Okay. Clarity to find those 3 clues. Fantastic. First clue, column A. No. Column B. Yes. 1 through 10, 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. B10. Clarity on B10. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to go back to my clues list. All right. So I need 3 clues. Let me just find all 3 and I'll give them to you at once. Column B, C, 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Clarity, C, 34. All right. 1 second again. And finally, third one, column D, column E, 1 through 10, 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, E9, 39. Okay, there we go. So I've got a life event. So I've got 3 clues right now. The clues are
Yeah.
embarrassment, loss of innocence, and spiritually lost. Okay, but before I ask you figure something out, let's find out if we can narrow it down a little bit. Let's get an age. Do we have clarity to find this age? Is it during adulthood? No. Before the age of 15? Yes. Before the age of 10? Yes. Before the age of 5? No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay, I'm getting age 7. Now, the interesting thing about a life event when we're finding one is these clues are all present. They are not necessarily all yours. They could all be yours. And looking at these, they seem like they'll be clustering together. Or they could be, some of these could be attributed to you, and something else could be attributed to somebody else who was in the event itself, right? Because not everything happens just you sitting all by yourself. Or
Yeah.
it could be that all of these emotions or none of these emotions belong to you at all, and they all belong to other people, and it's not even your event. It's just something you witnessed, and it made such an impression on you, you took it on as though it were your own, and it's like you're living through it vicariously. All right, so when I ask you to think about what was going on, I want that just whatever shows up in your mind. All right, that's where we're going to go for. So it may or may not be your own. So now with that,
Sure.
age 7, embarrassment, loss of innocence, and spiritually lost. Now, if your ego is trying to protect us, that age might be wrong. The clues are going to be correct, but there's a
Yeah.
possibility that something is going to try and say, "Oh, it's going to hurt too much," and not want you to go there just yet.
Yeah.
What comes to mind? Anything?
Well, yeah.
And I'm getting a yes
I
already.
think it's to do with my mom and dad getting separated and going through a divorce, and my mom leaving, obviously. You know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So whose
Yeah.
emotions were these? So was this maybe how your dad felt? If your mom left, then did your dad feel embarrassment? Or did you take this on yourself where you felt like you were part of the cause? Because that's important.
Yeah, I think it's maybe possibly what things my mom was telling me. Referring to things my dad did and telling me I'm kind of maybe like him, or um,
Oh, so
so
you
she
were
was
encouraged
blaming.
to be
So
like
she
your
was,
dad.
yeah, yeah, it was kind of something like that. And
Right. So she said, he's not a good person and you're just like him.
yeah, yeah, because
That,
she left me. She took the rest of my siblings, but she obviously left me with my dad.
oh,
Um,
that's awful.
yeah,
Right.
and
You were singled out, then
yeah,
yeah. So that
and my
exactly,
step, yeah, my stepdad didn't want me with them on top of that. So
yeah. So you
yeah,
were
it was kind of crazy.
felt hurt and you would absolutely wonder, am I good enough?
Exactly. That's what I asked myself. I remember that very clearly.
Am I good enough? Okay.
Yeah,
So that's it. That's the event that's at the root of this pattern. So your subconscious has been wanting you to heal that. It's been wanting you to heal all the emotions that are stuck in that experience because it's preventing
sure.
you. It's just the light on your answering machine. The problem is just
Yeah,
your subconscious trying to tell you there is a message.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
now that we got the message, we know what needs to be healed. We can delete it. And we can actually delete what's on the machine. So you ready to delete it? So the way we're
Sure.
going to do this, and I'm going to share this and explain. It's something called transcendental dowsing. Anybody can do this. Now, like the counterclockwise spin motion is basically, I call it the cosmic vacuum cleaner. What it does, all you have to do is you tap into an emotion. So
Hmm.
what you're gonna do. So that life event of yours is chock full of that embarrassment, that hurt, that anger, that regret, that sadness. It's totally consumed by all those emotions, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
you have to do is mentally tap into all of them. Sort of say, I see that one, I see that one, I see that one. As soon as you tap into this, the pendulum goes, oh, okay, suck. Vacuum that, vacuum that, vacuum that. Okay, so we're going to go through this little mental exercise of finding all of the negative emotions because we want to vacuum out the negative. So all the
sure.
negative emotions that are percolating in there, we want to draw them all to the surface so that my little vacuum cleaner can pull them out. All right, so you're going to start and just say, I want to let go of. And what do you want to let go of? So I'll start you. You want to let go of the embarrassment. You want to let go of the hurt. You want to let go of the um, shame. What else is in there? I'm just gonna. What else do you want to let go of? There's probably some anger in there.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you feel? Just
Um,
walk through the memory and just poke at things and say, yeah, I don't want that anymore. And I don't want that anymore. And I don't want that anymore.
yeah, just disappointment. It's and
Let go of the
bad.
disappointment. Absolutely. The feeling not good
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, and
Oh,
obviously
inadequate,
the
not
the
good.
choices, my choices that I've made, also on top of that, due to yeah,
Mhm.
uh,
So all the stuff
you
that was
know,
associated with it. Yep.
yeah, it's obviously impacted every area of my life, and I mean, you spoke about my spirituality early on, and because spiritually, I'm really not at the place that I need to be,
Okay. So you wanna let
and
go of that feeling of being lost, right?
pardon,
You wanna let go of the feeling of being lost,
yeah, yeah,
ungrounded.
definitely,
Okay. Anything else in there? I want you just, like I said, go back into age, what was that? Age 7, and just all of the memory, like any emotions that you can find in there, we're vacuuming. So what do you got?
Yeah, it's just like feeling lost and alone, and just hopeless, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
sense of hopelessness, and
Mm-hmm.
um, a sense of like wondering, is something ever going to happen in my life? I mean, if
Right. Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Absolutely.
um,
Yeah. The feeling of feeling stuck.
yeah, absolutely. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
And trapped and
And
all that. For sure.
sometimes I do feel that.
Yep.
Sometimes I do. Honestly, I feel like I feel stuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And
kind of
there would be
crazy, but it is.
abandonment. There'd be the sense of abandonment in there too. I mean, your mom left, like
Yeah,
left you, took the kid, like took the siblings, all that stuff. That would be in there.
yeah,
Regret, um, maybe a little self-hatred, because you would I can imagine a
yeah.
kid hating themselves and blaming, like any self-blame, any self-doubt.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that comes up for me a lot,
Mhm.
every now and then. Where I kind of not necessarily hate myself, but yeah, self
Well,
hatred does come up
yeah.
because of certain choices, certain decisions that I've made, and certain things I did that I thought was kind of crazy. Why would I do that to myself, um,
Yeah,
and how that impacted other people? Maybe. Yeah, definitely.
definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anything else in there? Otherwise, this is probably going to start closing out pretty soon. And that's okay. And even if
No, I think yeah,
feeling okay, like we got most of it. All right.
I
And
think it's just yeah, just getting beyond the fear of just being who I am.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
take
I
that
think that's
fear of being yourself. Let's make sure that's gone as well. Okay, so now what I need you to do, we're going to go back into the event, back into age 7 with a new fresh, like a fresh set of eyes, and tell me how the emotions
sure.
feel now. Tell me if it's feeling a little lighter, if we've got like what's left, what negative emotions are still left in there.
Gee, I must be honest. It feels lighter. It's like I've identified something that I needed to identify, and kind of almost resonate with and acknowledge, in a sense that it is there, and I've been avoiding it, not necessarily avoiding it intentionally, but not seeing it, in the way that I needed to see it, that what it's
Yeah,
caused and created, subconsciously,
yeah, absolutely.
and now I can consciously relate to that,
Okay.
you know.
All right. So is there anything negative still left in there that needs to be yanked out, cleaned away?
No, I don't think so. I think it's,
That's
I
like,
have made peace with my mom, and even with my dad. I mean, you know what? Because I realized that they were plagued with their, with certain things within their own lives that
yeah, the
created those, those personalities and characters and this kind of behavior that they found themselves in, because
okay.
lots of things happened in their lives that, kind of also caused them to react and respond in the way that they have, which obviously impacted my life, and the rest of my siblings, I suppose.
Yep.
So yeah, I needed to understand that at some point in time in my life, and make peace with that, which I did. And
Okay.
myself and my mom, we have a good relationship.
All
I
right.
mean, I love her too much. And
Okay. Sorry. One thing that I want to do is see, do we need to add? Yeah, we're still going to work a little bit more on that life event. What I want to do now is what we just did was we took out all the negative stuff. We want to reframe
mhm,
it. We're going to like recreate history a little bit in your mind here. I want to add
yeah,
in positives. All right? Because right now you had this little kid who saw the world from the set of eyes of not feeling good enough. Now
sure.
we will reframe it. What would you rather that little kid feel instead? All right. And this is where we're going to use the clockwise spin. And we're going to ask the universe for all of those energetic frequencies. And we're going to integrate them. We're going to put them in. All right. So I'm going to start this and we're going to ask to feel things like, well, feeling good, like feeling good about yourself, feeling proud of yourself, feeling confident, knowing that you are all that in a bag of chips.
Sure,
um,
sure.
some forgiveness in like for that kid of your parents, yourself, a little compassion, feeling loved, like feeling loved, feeling cherished.
Yeah,
What else? What else do you think that little boy would want to feel? What does he need? What does he need?
yeah. Yeah, I think being valued, being valued for his ability, for his
Mm-hmm.
skills, for his talents, for his
Yeah.
willingness, for his creativity.
Enthusiasm for wanting
Pardon?
to try. I'm thinking enthusiasm. You want him to feel like ready to
Exactly,
try new things.
exactly.
He knows he's so
Because
talented.
I always tried things. I always wanted to be doing things and be
Yeah.
doing things for people,
Yeah. And taking
since I
action.
can remember. Yeah,
Yeah. Taking
absolutely.
action.
It's been me.
Yeah.
I was my mom could depend on me. She could leave things to me
Yeah.
as a young kid, and I would be able to do that, and she knew that,
Yeah. Feel
and that's
successful.
what she could depend on me. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
Um, yeah.
Now
So
start
I
in.
mean, I
And what else
was
does that kid need to experience? Happiness, joy, lightness.
yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, love, obviously,
Yeah.
compassion.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
All right. Let's see that.
appreciation.
Yep. Yep. All good stuff.
Just yeah, recognition for his willingness, recognition for his skill, for his willingness to try and to
Uh,
do things that an
okay.
ordinary kid would not necessarily do, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. It's about to close out. Sort of did that on
Sure.
its own for me. All right, now I want you to go back into that memory again and tell me how it feels. Tell me how that 7-year-old feels right now.
Yeah, he feels great. He feels good. He feels good because
Memory is the
yeah,
memories yourself.
yeah, because now I'm seeing, my abilities back then, and yeah, what I
Right.
had, the joy, you know,
Nice.
I was filled with joy. I was, yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Connecting with it. Okay, so now we've just healed the life event. So now we're going to take it. That's the stuff in the past. That's the stuff that needed to be let go of or shifted or changed. So now we have to see how those beliefs fail. So the phrase, am I good enough? How does that feel now when you say it? Is there still energy in there? Because if there is, we need to shift it. We need to get rid of it. Does it mean anything?
I don't even want to say that. I don't feel I need to say that. You know,
Right.
it
It's
doesn't want to,
so
it doesn't, I don't, my mind doesn't want to echo those words.
perfect. Yeah. Because it's so ridiculous. It's like,
It is.
am I what? Really? Am I
I
okay?
mean, this doesn't resonate with me, man.
Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to work on making sure that positive phrase is true. I am all that God created me to be. How does that one feel now?
Oh, wow. That sounds like me saying that.
Does it? Okay. I'm going to have you do a
Yeah,
little double check for me. Okay. Because this is important. I want to make sure it's really
sure.
feeling. Instead of making the statement, am I all that God created me to be? Sorry, I am all that God. We're going to turn it into a question. Am I all that God created me to be? And then tell me what answer pops into your head.
Yes, I am all that God created me to be.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
That's what we want. Okay, so the very, very last step is to go back to our original pattern. So thinking
Yeah.
about work, do you feel you're good enough to take off?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, you
Absolutely,
feel
yes.
different. You don't feel that resistance. You don't feel there's anything stopping you,
No,
we can
no,
check last little things if it's there.
no,
Feels good?
no.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some clarity there. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay, how about your friends? Am I all that they need to me to be? Are you all
I am
that they
more
need
than I am more. I am more than they need me to be. I am more than
Brilliant.
they need me to be.
And
Absolutely.
last question, yourself. Am I living who I'm supposed to be? Are you living who you're supposed to be? Are you going to start doing
R-
that now?
Right now I am.
Right now
Right
you
now I am, and from this moment on, I'll be living my greatest
brilliant.
ambitions and dreams and
I
you
love
know,
it.
yeah,
Yay!
absolutely. Absolutely.
All
I'm not
right.
holding myself back anymore.
I love it.
I'm done with
Fantastic.
that.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Nevron. This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for letting me show everybody how this works. Um, Now, if anyone is
That's
interested
awesome.
in learning this, like I said, I do my 5-day workshop twice a year. So I do that every 6 months, but I have converted it into an online evergreen format. You can start doing this anytime you like. It's I don't know, about 4 hours of content. And you can learn literally everything I just did. I didn't there there's so much more on the energy healing puzzle, but this I'm giving away for free. This you can do, and this Nevron will attest, this can be life changing. This can change this is a new ball game if you know these kinds of skills. I didn't do anything difficult. I showed you every single step of the way what was being done, and I want you to be able to do this. I want you to be able to take these skills and do this for yourself. And if you love it and if you want more, then come back to me. We'll talk. We'll talk about teaching you some more. But right off the bat, take this and run with it. I am not expecting like there's no conditions on this. Just sign up, take the course, and go work some magic. All right. So all the information is in the description of this episode. So if you like this, please share it. Share it. Give it a like. Subscribe to my channel. All those good things. If you want to reach me directly, you can email me at info@acceleratedreleasetechnique.org or just poke around my website, uh, acceleratedreleasetechnique.org. And as always, the other thing that you can do is just keep coming back. I love seeing you. I so appreciate your time. I so appreciate that you've stuck with me this late. My shows are usually a lot quicker, but I am so grateful that that you're here with me today, and I would love to see you again. So with that, I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope to see you next week.